Commander, there is some aerial targets that entered our DPA airspace. Please hit it at the like button position. So smash the like button to destroy that incursion. Not sure what is that. And for the new people, do press the subscribe button to join the DPA army. We are recruiting to send you to the trenches as cannon fodder. We need a lot of cannon fodders. So we're going to start off with Frontline Changes Report. There is quite a number of frontline changes over the past 24 hours. There is already the frontline changes for the 7th of June is already out. So you can watch it in the other video. So we are the past 24 hours for the 8th of June. There is I forgot to rearrange the thing. Wait, give me a second. Okay, so the frontline changes we have over at the Kharkiv front at Zeline, we have Vyshana, Kupiansk front, Stepova, Novoselivka, Nefsky at the Kremlin front, Rozdolivka, Kanal at the Bakhmut front, and Volodymyrivka. And we're going to start off with the change over at Zeleny. So over at the Nekushny sector of the Kharkiv front, there is a geolocation of the Ukrainian forces over at this location getting hit by a Russian airstrike. And this is something that we have been looking for a long time, because the Russian forces have been, the Russian side has claimed to have captured Zeleny and has been battling for Nekushny. And but the lack of news since then was very disturbing. Ryba reported that the Russian forces allegedly captured on Zeleny on the 10th of May, but we never have corroboration. So this geolocation basically invalidated a huge half of this Russian claim, which means that the Ukrainian border, it looks something, the front line look more a bit like this. It could be a counterattack that the Ukrainians recaptured this Russian abandoned position, or it never happened. We do not know. So Ukrainian forces have taken this ground in the north of Nekushny. And however, there is fighting reported at Nekushny. According to the Russian Defense Ministry, at least they say that it inflicted losses on the Ukrainian side. It could be related to this airstrike. So just to take note on this. The next frontline change is over at Vyshana, over at the Kupiansk front. So it's over here at the Kupiansk front, and similarly, there's a geolocation of Ukrainian forces invalidating the gray zone in favor of the Ukrainians, which means that this tree line around here is under Ukrainian control based on this geolocation. So the Russian side has been the mapping is, as usual, pretty inaccurate at times. The claims very hard to corroborate. So the Ukrainian mapping seems to be more accurate. The next frontline change is over just nearby at Stepova, Novoselivka. The Russian forces geolocated at this position just on the northwestern part of Ivanivka shows that the Russian forces have taken progress over in their battle towards Stepova, Novoselivka. So this is the frontline change over at the Ivanivka, Stepova, Novoselivka region. The next frontline change is further south towards the Kremlin front at Nefsky. So again, this is geolocation. This time around is a geolocation of the Russian forces. They are attacking this tree line around here. The fact that they are geolocated here to be fighting means that this entire area can't possibly be under Russian control. The gray zone is now wiped out in favor of the Ukrainian mapping. So this area here is under Ukrainian control. So this invalidated the Russian claims. And there is still the further northern half of this gray zone that we are still waiting for corroboration. Also in the part of the Nefsky and Makievka region, we are still waiting for more corroboration to see whether we can wipe out this gray zone. But it's looking like the Ukrainian mapping is still more accurate in this sense. So after Nefsky, we have frontline change over at Rozdolivka. So Rozdolivka is over here. This time around, we finally have some good news for the Russians. The Russians geolocated at the end of this tree line, signifying that the Russians are progressing in the direction of Rozdolivka. So the Russians are pushing in this direction. This does not necessarily mean that the Russians have taken this entire trench line around here. So I'm being a bit more conservative that the Russians only have taken this area here, bypassing the tree line that the Ukrainians currently are defending with heavy trenches around here in the south of Rozdolivka. So after Rosolivka, the next frontline change is over at Kanal, at the Bakhmut front. So I have been calling this area here Novi or Novoye, which is actually inaccurate. Someone in the comments, I forgot where, mentioned that this is actually Kanal and not Novi. Novi refers to something over on the other side. And he told me to check out with the OpenStreetMap, which I went on and tried to name up all the different places. So apparently the commenter is correct. I'm so sorry, I forgot who is it. So this area is Kanal or Kanal micro district. Novi is actually over here. This is Novi. This area here, this is Novi. And this area here is another name. This is called this neighborhood is called Zovnevi. So and I went on to name all the different neighborhoods around Chasifia as well, because yeah, I'm very pissed off with them having these so many names. But anyway, regardless, you can actually check out all the names from this on this mapping. You can find this map on the description below. It's actually on the DPA website. Is a Google My Map app, and you can see all the different names: Pivnishne, Destiata, Novo Pivnishne, Shevchenko. Everything is here. So and if you always see the word Stupki, Globovsky too, which that is actually this forest here. So anyway, so in this area here, the Russian forces has been geolocated based on multiple different geolocations, as well as based on Ukrainian mapping. The Russian forces have taken half of Kanal in a massive capture of this area here. Particularly on one of them, this is a raise of the flag, the Russian flag over here. This does not mean that they have captured the entire of Kanal yet, but it's pretty close. They have captured most of it, slightly more than half. So there is, as I mentioned before, based on my own personal sources, the Ukrainian forces have been slowly withdrawing away from the Chasifia front. However, there is also rotation troops moving in. It's unclear what is their job, because my contact is already out of the front. But whatever it is, the Ukrainians may or may not continue to try to hold. The ultimate strategy in this area here is just to slow down the Russians for as much as possible. The Ukrainian forces know for a fact that they are being outgunned. So the entire military strategy right now for the Ukrainians is simply just to drag on, to waste as much time as possible, slow down the Russian advance, so that they have a more advantageous negotiation position if it ever comes. But whatever it is, the war will continue. The next frontline change is over at Volodymyrivka, very far away over here, over at the Donetsk front. This is Donetsk city. And on this area here, based on Ukrainian mapping, the Russian forces have captured grounds in the north of Volodymyrivka, which is over here. So Russian forces taking these grounds around here and making further progress, which is starting to probably secure this town much better. But this town has never been in danger per se. So the main thing I think was around from here in this region here was that I think it's Blohodatny or no, Ohainka. So one of these places was the place where the POWs was struck by allegedly by HIMARS. So that was a long time ago. Imagine how long time has passed. So Vodian is over here. The Russian forces are pushing in this direction on the western part of Soloke. So yeah, this is a continuation of an entire front line that the Russians are pushing in this direction. So so that's all for the Frontline Changes Report. For those watching on the clipping, do remember to press the like button, subscribe, smash that aerial threat that entered into our airspace, and we're going to go into the strategy and tactical reporting.